Well, hey guys, and welcome to another episode of our DIY and our Birnie Family YouTube channel. As I'm sure you can guess already, we're still on this kitchen project, and this one's taking a wee bit of time, you know, especially just, it's not quite there with lifting yet, you know, but kind of getting there. But we started off on the worktops just on the last episode, but now we've got a kind of complicated part of the worktop, which is going to be replacing the sink and the fittings that are going to be underneath them. Yes, obviously guys, we've got all that bit done there. We're not there yet, obviously, because that has still got to meet this. You see, it's still kind of up in the air, just a tiny little bit, you know. But that'll be that. And obviously got some supplies. We're talking about changing out some of these electrical sockets and creating new ones and stuff. But the most important thing which arrived today was my new lures. Look at that. Now guys, just for any of you out into fishing, this is the ones I tend to use for pollock and cod and stuff like that, you know. They're just a really good all-rounder, you know. So, since you also lose a few of them as well, went ahead and bought about 7. What else have we got? Sorry if you're not interested in fishing, guys, don't worry, I won't be on this bit for long. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I think we ordered. Yeah. And woohoo! Some more fishy lures. Check that guy out, it's coming to the light. Look at that. They look pretty good, guys. So again, cod and pollock, hopefully. So that's that supplies come in. But yeah, like I said, guys, we really are into this below the sink now. And of course, I can't take the sink out unless I can reconnect back up the hot and cold water on the waste, obviously. So, you know, fitting this bit here is not a 5-minute job, as it were, you know. However, we've still got Bailey. What's happening? There's a wee doggy. I know, you're such a wee cracker. Check it out, you guys. She's only 4 months old. We haven't had her for long, have we? And she's just a cracker, guys. Up to mischief all the time. Hey, your daddy's girl, aren't you? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'll tell you something. See, this dog just sits, she lies down, rolls over. Oh, me, and she just wants to play all the time. Yeah, so as per usual, guys, we'll just get cracking now. This is the new sink that we got with the kitchen itself. Now, as you can see, that's a right-hand bowl, the way that it's set up. This one's actually a left, so we're going to have to shift the taps from this side to that side so that we can actually get this thing fitted in. But that old sink's had it, guys, you know, it's just absolutely had it. And the old taps as well, we'll just chuck them out as well. But I'm probably going to need to cut this worktop, this part here, we'll cut along there, just so we can get that piece off. Obviously this piece is staying. I'll have to cut it down a bit shorter, it's a bit too long, but that's okay. But yeah, so plumbing today, you guys, plumbing. Now obviously going to shut off the water, guys, so drink a juice, and over there you'll see the kettle's on, filled to the top, so I've got plenty for coffee. It shouldn't take us too long, but obviously well worth it. So as you can see under here, guys, not hugely complicated, not a big deal at all. I might change the configuration a little bit, and I'll need to get a bit of light down here for you as well. But yeah, pretty much going to take all of this out. You probably could clean it up, but you know, what's the point? You know, for all the price of the fittings. So basically, guys, you know, these were plumbed in straight. We're going to replace them with, I know, we're going to replace them with flexi hoses. Hey, Bailey, so you kind of get a minute's piece. Whoa, I know. Let's see, yeah, so I've got a T, I've got an S-bend, I've got an elbow, so I think we're going to rip all this out and see where we're at. Never a really nice job to do, guys, but as you'll see, we've got into the pipes now, the hot and cold. I think what I'm going to do is cut them back way back here. These flexi hoses are 300mm, so I think I'll cut these down and cut down the back of the sink. But for now, I'm going to need to get through this bit here and put the water off for the house. I'll probably lose a wee bit. No, should be okay. Well, you'll always get a wee drop of water coming out. There's not a lot you can do about it. Yeah, so back with the pipe slice, and these are awesome, guys. This is a 15mm or 1/2 inch, and as you'll see, it's got a little roller cutter blade in there, and you just go round and round the pipe, and it just takes off absolutely perfectly. So what I'm going to need to do is trim up all these pipes just now, just to see how we're going to fit the two together. Now, got to remember, left is hot, left is hot. Watch yourself, Bailey. Right, guys, up we go. Let's see now. Let's just take all that out in one piece, eh? That'll be a good idea. Get rid of that. Yeah, so we'll give it a bit of a clean, guys, and we'll obviously get some concrete paint for that as well. But getting out all this old fittings is awesome. I really like getting rid of all those sort of things. But I need to get the water back on as soon as possible. However, the thing I need to do before we move on is I can put this one in its final position, tight up against there. So I really need to get that baby screwed up first before we get carried away. What a dog for the heat, guys. Look at this. In front of the light. Look at her. Hey, fast asleep. It's really quite, it's a halogen light, so it's really quite warm. Right, so cleaning as we go along, of course. But yeah, guys, this is the kind of fitting that I've chosen for this, because obviously I can cut this any height that I want when we go up. But the first thing I'm going to do is get these taps off. And what you can do is you just get these tap adapters, like that. They've got a wee hole through them at either end, just so you can pop a straight bit of steel through, and then you can get it off. But I think before I do that, I think I'll get these cut to size. I think I'm going to cut them back around about here, actually. About there, because of course it's got to go down and meet these two pipes, left hand hot, right hand cold. So if I cut these back, say to about here, that'll give us enough room for both. I was just getting a little bit concerned that this was 1/2 inch copper instead of 15, in which case, you know, if it was old 1/2 inch copper, we'd have to get a 1/2 inch to 15mm adapter, which would just be another pain in the... Let's get this one off first. Go through. Must be coming. Oh no, we're not through yet. So 1 and now 2. Yeah, so there we go, guys. It fits really nicely, and the mixer tap's got to go back over there now, and I'll plug this one up. But now, of course, underneath this, try and get all this to line up. Now that's us pretty much online, so you can just see I've got to lift up to try and get this all up in the same bit, you know. Now that's better, guys. Hopefully, as you can see, we're pretty much more now online. Lovely new white bit, look perfect. That's what we want. And we've still got the hot over on the left and the cold on the right there to get on with. So the next thing is to cut this one, because obviously I'm just going to use the natural corner on this and just turn us over this way, which will give us some spare pipe to work with as well. Yes, we're hitting that same problem we had in the last video, guys. You know, we need to take off these tiles, because this worktop is just slightly thinner than the one we've got on. I mean, that'll take 5 minutes to come off. I'm not going to film that. But I've also cut this worktop as well. So we get that 2 pieces out and get this new cut piece in. So there we go, guys. That's it fitting in. Obviously, still got to cut out the hole for the sink. Now, I was just going to say, guys, you know, you can measure it from, you know, these edges. These are very sharp on sinks. Be very, very careful with these. But basically, guys, all they do is measure that way, and we'll cut out a template over there to get that in, eh? But for now, guys, the final part of the old worktop, and then this one can come in, and this corner will be held up by that that wooden L-shaped piece that goes down there. So that'll work out fine. But I just want to get this all together, get the sink in, because obviously we need the water back on, you know, and that's a big deal. So I need to crack on and get that done. Here we are, much better. Of course, it'll really good, all that rubbish is off of there as well. But as always, guys, I'm just leaving everything loose, you know, so any margins for error, just in case there's a problem or something, you know, you can wiggle stuff back into its right place. But basically, guys, I need to get this cut, like I need to get it cut like now, because Sharon will be back soon. All the kids, and they'll be needing their supper. Yeah, 900 by 450, I should really know that. I've sold hundreds of those sinks in my time, but never mind. But yeah, so once we've got the final position of the sink, once it's in and it's clamped down, that's when I can just finish off underneath here, or get what I need to finish off underneath there. But I think we've got it, guys. I think we've cracked it what we've got. Getting there now, guys. We seem to have everything the right way around now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the plastic fittings just now, because they're obviously a wee bit more awkward when the sink's actually in place. And always try to remember, left is definitely the hot tap, isn't it? Definitely. And hopefully we'll do this with one hand. Try. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, guys, they just go straight on. And that's them locked in place. And underneath you can actually just get your fingers into that little button and they'll come off again. Ordinarily, guys, I wouldn't really use these, especially if you're in the countryside. I used to sell these, and of course the mice love these fittings, you know, mice and rats and stuff. We don't have that issue here. But that's why I'm not so worried about this. But yeah, that's them on, and you know, I'm just going to give them a good bend just now. They're usually quite tough to start with. And that should put us in place, guys. Let me just get you right back in place for the hot and the cold feeds. Yeah, a slight wee change of plan once we got it in there, guys. I've just put on some couple of elbows and a little bit of copper to bring it out from the wall so that they fit. So it's just the waist now, really. And then I can test it to see if it's all okay. So yeah, I mean, we're just left with this bit here. I managed to finally get it at the right height that I really want it. I think we'll probably go up a little bit more yet. But once all that's in and we plug back in the waste for the washing machine and the dishwasher, hopefully we will be watertight. There we go, so we're looking good. So I'm just going to get this 90 bend in here, and I've just got a little bit of pipe to go into there. And I'm quite happy, you know, these two are away from each other now, which is really good. And obviously that's the waste for the washing machine and the dishwasher. Everything seems to be so good. The pipes, there's no leaks or anything like that, which is great. So just this last bit. So guys, water on, let's have a look. Still need to hand tighten a couple of bits, but at the moment we're looking pretty damn good. Oh yes, looks to you, just tighten it up now, we should be fine. Well guys, we're kind of back to it now, and that bit over there at the sink kind of bogged us down a little bit, guys, but not a big deal at all. So it's really time to get these worktops finished. Now this one I've lined, this is all lined up already. I'm quite happy with that. However, when we come round, what you find is we're a little bit short when it comes to this corner here. It's about 30mm, so we're going to have to move this one across. And obviously I can't fill in these gaps until this is in its correct position. But we're looking pretty good, guys. Maybe we could jack up a little bit more there, but I'll leave that for now. Just see how we get on. But yeah, so this is going to be wood cladded right up to here, and the same on the other side. So it should look really good. Yeah, so here at the other side, guys, we've basically just got the same thing to do, except this will be flush. That will come right across there. We've got a piece of wood for that. And again, guys, we'll be wood cladding right the way along there. You'll see that just to finish off the worktops, guys, I've got these really heavy-duty grey, and that they are metal, shelf supports. So once we've got all that in place, especially over there, it's going to get a good hold. We're going to get a good hold about here, and then another one over here. We're going to extend this right out, so this should look pretty good, guys. Right, guys, so fairly straightforward. As you can see, we've filled in this side here. It means we can get the door back on, and this, the thing that's going to stop us putting this on fully is that we've got to run the electrics for the washing machine and the dishwasher. Yes, Bailey, 2 seconds. The other side's the same. It's done. Now again, guys, I'm going to have to take these shelf brackets off very shortly because we'll be doing the tongue and groove along that wall, and they'll be going on top of it. I've also got to shave a little bit of this off for the grinder, as you can see there. Just 1, 2, 3 across there, and obviously I need to start screwing these together, which is sort of straight through into there, straight through into there, straight through into there. Obviously stagger them. But that is going to give us a worktop. I think that's actually about 1 metre, actually. Okay, so guys, look what stopped play. Emily of Emilyshire and Davido of Elvenshire. Yeah. So look at this, they're having their first ever meal on the breakfast bar.
I have tomato soup.
And you have to be very careful, don't you guys, because nothing's really screwed down at the minute, is it?
You guys, yeah, this is just on something.
Yeah.
On a breakfast bar chair.
Yeah, so they're on their new breakfast bar chairs, guys. Check it out.
That actually just came in today.
Yeah. Are you guys going to have breakfast here tomorrow then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lunch. I mean, on weekend we have lunch, supper, and breakfast.
Correct. So as you can see, guys, we are really pushing on now. We've really got a lot of this done. But now is going to be the time. I think the next video we're going to be doing more of this sort of straightening everything up, screwing everything down, all those sort of bits and pieces, and obviously get this plinth kind of put on. But to finish off this video, guys, we've got the Bailey down there, the washing machine's on as well. I'm going to finish off this part of the breakfast bar because this is really important, you know, because the kids are already using it. So what we're going to do is use the tongue and groove all the way along. Obviously I have to tongue and groove before I can put on the brackets. And at the time of doing this video, believe it or not, I cannot get the tongue and groove that we need. I've got about 7 lengths maybe. I can get 3 lengths out of each, I think. So I should be able to do that part and then put the breakfast bar together. That'll be a nice finish to the video, guys. Yes, for those of you who don't know what tongue and groove is, guys, basically this piece of wood, you'll see the tongue that side, which is the male, and then you get a groove, which is the female side, and they slot together like this. And as you can see, guys, lovely pieces of wood, even though we're going to paint them, but they're going to go on there. It's kind of a theme of our house, guys, you know, this sort of woody woodwork and stuff like that, you know, and it'll lend itself to the name Woody Naples when we do decide to name the house. But yeah, so that's what we need to go all across there. And obviously, guys, you know, this stuff is quite thin. You would be very careful putting it on. We've got little nails for that. But hopefully with that whole bit done, then that means we can put the brackets on their final resting places and then do the breakfast bar part. And like I said with the breakfast bar, guys, it's all a matter of, you know, drilling a fairly large hole and screwing through into that. Then doing the same with the next bit, screwing into this, and then again. So that's the first bit cut, guys, and obviously I've had to take off the tongue side of the groove, the male side of it, because we need that to go down that edge right there. There she goes again, look. So as you can see, guys, really nice fit. Yes, they're all 720, guys, so basically it is just taking them all along as far as they can come. I've got a feeling we might come up short. I could be wrong, but I think we might come up short. But it doesn't matter because the bracket for that side, the breakfast bar will be fine. That one will be on, and obviously we can get this one done over here, which is going to be the full length. Hey, Bailey! Hey? My main dog. Here's my main dog. Right, good kid. She's going to start settling down now, look. For a sleep. Obviously, guys, you know, the carcasses themselves aren't very thick, and as you can see, the tongue groove is even less. So we're using these little chippy nails, and what I'm going to use, guys, is I'm going to put them in a little bit, you know, where I'm at actually at the moment, so that when we come to do this part here, they're already in line and in place, and just have to knock them in. And I was scavenging around. Where did I find it? Find a really old little hammer. You know, it's no point using the big one, it's far too heavy for that. And obviously, guys, you know, with this, it's really important to get the very first one absolutely dead on, you know, vertical. Otherwise, you're going to go skew-whiffed all the way along. But that's great. And at this point, guys, all you really do with tongue and groove is you only hammer it in so far. And this gives you the opportunity to take it back off if you have to. That's what I always do anyway. You know, when you're not a complete professional, guys, you know, you've really got to sort of take your time and do it in a certain way, you know, so you don't muck it up completely. However, as long as we can get at least here, we should be good. We'll have to tighten up the bracket that's got that part there. We need that to close before we put a piece of tongue and groove on it, don't we? A wee bit of a production line now, you guys. You know, it's 720, really basic. Hammering the nails, getting them done. But this bit here, this gap, we've now clamped together. So this next piece of tongue and groove is going to go on there, and that'll clamp it. And I think we might make it to the washing machine. Not sure. So here we are, guys, looking good. So that's all the sort of tongue and groove done for this side. Obviously, guys, still to be painted and screws to go in properly and stuff like that. But that's basically what's going to be happening sort of around the kitchen in that way. And we'll do the same again over here at the other side of the breakfast bar, guys. Yeah, so the big question now is this breakfast bar too wide? Not going to say big, because that's absolutely fine. You know, we're wanting as much cupboard space and as we possibly can. However, when you look at this just now, guys, you know, you've got the normal breakfast bar right there, and now we've got this 4 pieces we're going to be putting on. So let's see what it looks like with just 3. Better, I think. In fact, I think it could actually just go either way. I think once we cut these end parts off, I think, you know, that'll look really nice. We need as much space as we can for the kids. I mean, they can do their homework here, they're having their breakfast, their supper, you know, awesome. So we've rejigged things around, guys. David and Emily are away now, and obviously, guys, you know, it's just been so loose for, you know, the past few days. I thought, you know, something, we really need to screw the thing on. So like I said earlier, guys, as we come up and over, you'll see these holes that I've been putting in. What I'm doing is drilling in so far, and then the next part is the screw that goes in. And of course, when we do the next one, it's the same thing again, but we'll stagger them, and hopefully this will bring it right out. And then once that's all connected to it, I can then screw them on to there, and there, and that should keep this top absolutely solid. Yeah, so this is the next part, and as you can see, guys, that's where it connects onto the breakfast bar right there. And obviously this is going to be the next one we're about to use. It's obviously got to be exactly on line here, but I'll just stagger them now. I'll maybe put one there, like one in the middle, maybe one there, one down at the end, and that'll be that one covered. So there we go, guys. And with the drill head, you know, I'm obviously not wanting to go right through it. You know, that's way too far. So, you know, if you just put on like a little bit of tape right there, and it just shows you how far to drill down to, you know. And what I'm using are these deck screws, and these are absolutely brilliant, guys. They're so strong, and obviously designed to, you know, really get the deck nice and tight, and that's what I'm needing for this job. Yeah, so with the last piece, guys, I don't want to be drilling in as far as I have, you know, because this is the end piece now. I don't want to try to fill up a huge hole. So all we're probably going to do with this bit is just countersink it a little bit, then put a pilot hole for the drills, because it's a long screw to go in, and hopefully this will be the last ones that will make this absolutely solid. Yeah, and I think for this last bit, you know, the supports are going on there fine, guys. I've only got 3 to do up underneath here. So I think what I'm going to do is go quite shallow and fat. I think we'll maybe use them, eh? They're the fattest ones we've got. I wonder if I've got enough. Oh, we should have. Is that 9 we need altogether? Yeah. So is it super strong, big boy? I wouldn't risk my child, guys, if I do not think it was strong enough. Look at that. You guys have been using the breakfast bar a lot, haven't you? Yeah.
Every morning we come down and sit and eat.
That's right.
Even for lunch on weekends and supper.
And these are their bar stool type jobs, eh, David? And so what we need now is an end. We need to make a wooden end to this. And of course this is going to go grey, guys, you know, so it'll match in with everything. Yeah, so the construction manager thinks I've done enough for this video, eh, boyo? Yeah, we're looking really good, guys. Look at that. That's quite the breakfast. Yeah, David's playing Roadblocks. That's quite the breakfast bar size, you guys. Let me tell you. So listen, for now, thanks so much for watching. We've obviously got quite a bit more to do in this. You know, and what I'm probably going to do, guys, is try and get everything straightened up in the meantime. You know, and get everything sort of screwed together and back together the way they should be. Hey, boyo. And then next time we can get on with these plinths and some of the woodwork, for the walls and stuff.
Dad, someone's on stage 1892.
Flippin' heck, son. So thanks so much for watching. There'll be loads more to come.